It looks now as if Bristol, Tennessee will have to conduct its own investigation into the questionable actions of 3 high-ranking police officers. Last week, Acting City Manager Larry Wingate asked a number of local police agencies to investigate why the 3 officers attempted to take a recent telephone equipment investigation into their own hands. The Tri-Cities will host Governor McWhorter's annual conference on tourism next year. The conference is usually held in the state's more metropolitan areas. Today's news, according to reporter Tim Waller, will mean a first for this area. Despite the recent rainfall, the TVA will soon be warning cities about the need to conserve water. Since 1983, the Tri-Cities has fallen to 35 inches below normal rainfall amounts. On the News Watch, Mike Bond reports on how to deal with this water shortage.
Yeah, we need a good soaking rain for like several days.
And that's something we really haven't had either.
No, we haven't. We've had widely scattered showers, and those are okay, but we need just a good soaking rain for days upon days upon days, which we haven't had in a long time.
Okay, and again, the advice from the TVA, which we mentioned a little bit earlier in the broadcast, if you're out washing your car, you may want to postpone that or for at least a couple of weeks. Do we get some rain?
Drive a dirty car. It's fun to have people stare at you.
I do it all the time.
I do too.
Kingsport exotic car builder Carl Roberts had a big court victory today. Federal Judge Thomas Hull has decided to let Roberts go ahead and manufacture a Ferrari look-alike called the Miami Coupe. Bob Haywood joining us now for sports. Bob?
Yes, we've got big league baseball and maybe a surprise or two if we have time at the end.
Okay.
He doesn't bother me.
Yeah, you too, buddy.
I'm sure you'll be over there for that.
Yeah, I wouldn't miss it for the world. We'll be back right after this. The House easily overrode the president's veto of a major trade bill, but the Senate is not expected to have the required 2/3 override margin. President Reagan doesn't like the measure because of a plant closing notification provision. Sam Donaldson has more on this story.
The chair lays before the House.
While people without hair have many options for replacing it, people with unwanted hair have few options for permanent removal. Electrolysis is the only method, and many doctors know nothing about it. Dr. Dina Dell has some tips for finding the best person for the job right in this report. Now, despite the big talk from the other guy, word has it my guy...
Yeah, I saw you in his corner there tonight.
We're talking some heavy-duty wrestling.
Yeah, it was pretty, well, we'll take a look at it. And
we don't want to give it away,
yourself.
obviously.
Yeah. Looks like they won the battle. And that's
all
we got for you tonight.
You hate it when they do that. You know, you try to have a perfectly fair game of wrestling.
I was rooting for the referee all night, and obviously...
He didn't win.
He
went down, didn't he? Actually, we all went out to dinner first. I think, you know, the furnace had too much to eat, so why he...
He was having a little bit of heartburn before the match, but that bone will, you know, cut right through that.
Yeah, Bob Haywood was there, too. Rodney Moss, the whole crew. Couldn't miss it. Thanks, Bruce. Quite entertaining. We'll be back to wrap things up right after this. And finally tonight, on a more personal note, a big thank you to all of you watching this evening who've invited me into your living rooms over the past 3 years. Tonight will be my final evening on the air here at WKPT-TV, and I have accepted a news anchor position at WBNS-TV in Columbus, Ohio, Channel 10 there. Although thrilled with the opportunity to grow and move on in this business, it is in many ways difficult to leave. I will miss my friends here at the station and those of you watching who I have corresponded with either by letters or in person around the Tri-Cities. I'm especially grateful to WKPT-WTFM radio news director Teresa Carrier, who first gave me a job in broadcasting nearly 5 years ago. My thanks also to the associate producer here at Channel 19, Susan Oliver, whose diligent work habits and dedication have helped me to bring to you the news each evening. And to this company, Holston Valley Broadcasting, I say thank you for everything. And that's our news for this half hour. We'll be back again tonight at 11 with Newswatch Nightside. Until then, make it a safe evening and good night. And finally this evening, I would like to say thank you to everyone watching for inviting me into your living rooms over the past 3 years. This is my final night as news anchor here at WKPT-TV 19. I've taken a job as news anchor at WBNS-TV in Columbus, Ohio. I'll begin work there next month. Although excited with the prospects of moving on to a larger city, it's never easy to say goodbye. I'll miss members of my family and the many friends I've made here at the station and around the Tri-Cities. I will forever be grateful to the person, the friend, who first gave me a job in broadcasting, WKPT-WTFM radio news director, Teresa Carrier. That was nearly 5 years ago. My thanks also to Susan Oliver, who's been a friend as well as the person most helpful in putting together the news that you see each evening at 6, or rather make that 5:30 and at 11 o'clock. And of course, to this company, Holston Valley Broadcasting, for everything. And with that, I bid you all a good night and ask that you make all of your tomorrows safe ones. Good night.